Okay, this is the second part of section 9.4, and this is about solving a system of linear inequalities in two variables. So in the last part, we just solved one linear inequality in two variables. Now we're going to have two. So the solution for a system of linear inequalities in two variables is the region of the graph where the two inequalities intersect. So it's pretty much the same. We graph each one like it were a line and then shade its particular region. And then we darken the region that's hit by both inequalities. And that's the region of intersection. So how does this work? Well, here we're going to graph y equals 2x minus 1. And then I will do the other one, x equals 3 in a different color. So for y equals 2x minus 1, we start at negative 1 and our slope is 2. So we go up 2 and over 1. Now that was a strictly less than, so this one needs to be a dashed line. So we'll make a dashed line. And then we'll put that that's okay. Now let's do our x equals 3. So hopefully we remember that x equals a number is a vertical line that crosses the x-axis at that number. So here's our x. And I really should have used an equal sign in the other one. Okay, now you can see that we have 4 different areas that these two lines divided our plane into. So we have this piece to the left. So let's pick a point in each one to test. So let's start by testing the point 4, 9. That's right here. So let's test 4, 9. So let's start with the first one. We put 9 in for y, and we need to know if that is less than 2 times 4 minus 1. So that says 9 less than 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 minus 1 is 7. 9 is not less than 7. So that's false. So we know that that region is not the region we need. So let's test another point. Let's test the point 1, negative 5. So 1, negative 5 is down here. Okay, so if we plug into the first inequality, we have negative 5, and we need to know if that's less than 2 times 1 minus 1. So is negative 5 less than 2 minus 1? Negative 5 is less than 1, but we're not done. It's true in the first inequality, but we need to make sure it's also true in the second inequality. So the second inequality says x is greater than or equal to 3. So let's check the other one here. The other one would say 1 is greater than or equal to 3. Well, that's not true. So it's not that part of the graph either. So let's pick another point. Let's pick 7, 2. So the point 7, 2 is right here. Okay, so in the first inequality, we have 2, and we need to know if that's less than 2 times 7 minus 1. 2 times 7 is 14. So the first inequality checks out this time. 2 is less than 13. But remember, we need to check the second one. So let's see, that means that 7 has to be greater than or equal to 3, and that's true also. So the region where 7, 2 is the solution to our system of inequalities. So we just shade that section. Okay, let's try number 9. So number 9 says y is greater than x minus 1. So let's graph that line. And it's going to be a dashed line. So that's y equals x minus 1. Okay, let's graph the other one. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do a little math first. So 2x plus 3y equals 12. And we're going to put this in slope-intercept form by solving for y. So we get 3y equals negative 2x plus 12. Divide everything by 3. That leaves us with y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. So if I graph that one, we start at a 4 and it's negative 2/3. So that means down 2 and right 3. Okay, so let's draw our dashed line. Oops, except that one was supposed to not be dashed because it was a greater than or equal to. So that is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. Okay, now we just need to pick some test points again. So let's test the point 3, 5. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will be the right one. So test 3, 5. So that gives us 5, and we need to know if that's greater than 3 minus 1. So 5 is greater than 2. That one's true. Remember, we still have to test in the other one, though. So we have 2 times 3 plus 3 times 5. And we need to know if that's greater than or equal to 12. So 6 plus 15, and that gives us 21, which is definitely greater than or equal to 12. So we got lucky and we picked the right region to start with. So we shade it. Okay, that's the end of section 9.4. In the next video, we'll pick up with section 9.3.